USI. A recap of USI's homecoming and the crowning of a new king and queen. A new art exhibit opens in honor of Evansville's bicentennial, and your weekly sports update. All this and more tonight on Access USI.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Access USI. I'm Madeline Kriz. Homecoming week officially came to an end on Saturday with the men's and women's basketball games against the University of Missouri St. Louis. Fans, students, President Bennett, and even Archie were all on hand during homecoming with the naming of the new king and queen. Queen this year is senior Lauren Fuse, a management and public relations major, and king this year is a junior Evan Steeler, a biology and pre-med major. We spoke with Fuse and Steeler right after their win.
For sure, I didn't expect it at all. I'm happy, it's exciting, it's fun, it's been a blast the whole week.
Ditto, but yeah, definitely, humbled and definitely very excited.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Sports Director Jordan Fisher will have a highlight and a recap of how the men's and women's basketball teams did coming up later in sports. The newest building on campus is about done. Last Thursday, SGA members were updated on the construction of the Griffin Center. The new building, which will be used for conferences and other events, is now focusing on some of the interior details, including a kitchen, a grand hall that can be used for different events, and installing ceiling tiles. The building will also include a room for President Bennett to use for entertaining guests. In addition to its many options, it will also be the first on campus to use geothermal energy, which will save the school money on heating and cooling. After the Griffin Center is complete, the next building to be built on campus will be a new welcome center placed between the Orr Center and the new theater. Plans for that are still being made. And USI is celebrating Evansville's bicentennial along with its Amish community with a new art exhibit in the McCutcheon Arts Center. The southwestern Indiana Amish community is rooted in tradition and simplicity. Their art, however, is anything but. And the Evansville community will now have the opportunity to see it for themselves in USI's new exhibit titled Quilting in Community, a celebration of a southern Indiana Amish tradition. The new collection of intricately designed quilts was donated to USI by Judy Morton, who acquired 83 quilts over a period of 20 years. 22 of them are now on display in the McCutcheon Arts Center, where they were cataloged by USI students. The back of the quilts are now transcribed with information about when and where it was made, as well as details about the artist. The collection is now sanctioned by the state of Indiana as a part of its Legacy Project in celebration of Evansville's bicentennial. USI's art collection registrar, Susan Sauls, says the exhibit has had a great turnout and hopes this exhibit will have a positive impact on the southern Indiana Amish community.
That it impacts them as far as I said, they don't go out and brag about their skills, but I think this will highlight people and bring awareness to their community.
Students and staff will also have the chance to see the quilts on the first floor of the Rice Library through the Morton Quilt display. The quilts will be interchanged every 3 to 4 months, allowing the display to continue for over 18 years without any repeats. Saul says this exhibit is a great start to raising awareness about Southern Indiana's Amish quilting community.
USI can become a central location when people want to study Southern Indiana quilts, particularly Amish quilts. There's not a lot of scholarly research on the Southern Indiana Amish, whereas the Northern Indiana Amish, there's a great deal about their work. There's a very popular collection that does travel around the country to promote the Northern Indiana Amish. So I feel like this is a good start to get the Southern Indiana Amish launched.
The exhibit will be on display until March 13th. Reporting for Access USI, I'm Madeline Kriz. If you haven't decided on a major yet, you'll have 3 new options to choose from this fall. USI announced a Bachelor of Science in Mechanical or Manufacturing Engineering, as well as a Bachelor of Science in Physics, will be joining the list of degrees offered. The programs were discussed last fall, however, the official approval came last week. The Manufacturing Engineering program is said to help USI stick out from other schools in a nation, as it will be the only one of its kind in Indiana and one of only about 12 offered in the U.S. The International Club is celebrating other cultures through the International Food Expo. Natasha Aubrey of the International Club told Access USI about the event.
During Food Expo, we have 22 different countries represented this year, and each country will have its own booth table that they've decorated however they want. It'll be along the outside edges of Carter Hall. So when people come in, they come in and make kind of a buffet style line and go around, talk to the people at the booths, grab some food. We have all kinds of entertainment scheduled throughout the day. And it's just a really good way to bring people together and teach them about other cultures and other countries in a really positive environment.
The Food Expo will be held Friday, February 19th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. in Carter Hall. Tickets cost $12 at the door but can be pre-ordered from the International office for $10. And basketball season isn't over for USI fans, but one men's player says it is for him. Jordan Fisher will be back with this story and more after the break. Newman Catholic Club is a great way to get involved at USI. NCC aims to assist students in continuing their religious journey throughout their college career. Newman Catholic Club provides students with great opportunities to meet new friends and grow in their faith through their weekly meetings, masses, and service projects.
Yeah, I definitely recommend it. It's a good way to get to know other people of the same faith and just to really have good, solid friendships.
Newman Catholic Club, where hearts speak to hearts.
Welcome back to Access USI. I'm Jordan Fisher. It was a busy weekend for USI athletics, both on and off the field. After their road losses at Drury and Missouri S&T, the Lady Eagles returned home to the pack for two crucial GOVC contests. First up for the Eagles was the Maryville Saints. USI played possibly its best game of the season as Katie Grooms and Tanner Markham combined for 48 points to lead Eagles to victory 74-61. The duo of Grooms and Markham combined to shoot 67% from the field and convert 13 of 15 free throws at the free throw line. The victory snapped a 10-game losing skid and gave them momentum going into their game with the Tritons of Missouri St. Louis on Saturday. The game on Saturday was also USI's annual Play for K game to promote breast cancer awareness. Lady Eagles also got the victory in that matchup, winning 76-69. Randa Harshbarger set a career high with 14 points to go along with 5 assists and 4 steals. Katie Grooms added 14 points as well in the victory. Both victories improve USI's overall record to 12-11 and 5-10 in the GOVC. USI is currently in a three-way tie for 10th place with Indianapolis and William Jewell, and if the season ended today, the Lady Eagles would hit the road for a playing game to get into the GOVC tournament. As for the men's team, they were looking to build off their win at Missouri S&T when they faced Maryville on Thursday. The Saints have traditionally given the Eagles fits due to their complex offense and defense, and Maryville did so again on Thursday as they outscored USI in both halves to get the victory 89-80. It wasn't the best start to the homecoming weekend for USI, but they bounced back on Saturday with an 86-76 victory over Missouri St. Louis. TJ Tisdale led USI with a double-double, scoring 20 points, grabbing 10 boards, while also recording 4 blocks and a steal off the bench. The home split moves USI's record to 16-9 overall and 8-7 in the GOVC. USI currently holds the 8th spot in the conference standings and would host a playing game if the season were to end today. During USI's victory over Missouri St. Louis on Saturday, senior forward George Edwards did not make an appearance in the contest. Yesterday it was announced that Edwards would be leaving the men's basketball team with just 3 regular season games remaining. Head coach Rodney Watson said of the decision, "George felt this was the time to leave the program. USI, athletics, the men's basketball team, and I wish him the best in his future endeavors." Edwards averaged 11.8 points and 6.5 rebounds per game this season for the Screaming Eagles, and both USI teams will wrap up their regular season with a 2-game road trip this weekend at Illinois Springfield and McKendree before returning to the pack on February 25th for their regular season finale with Bellarmine. Between both the men's and women's track and field teams, the Screaming Eagles set 7 provisional marks in the Grand Valley State University Big Meet on Friday and Saturday. On the men's side, there were 5 provisional marks for the Eagles.
USI finished second in the distance medley relay with a school record time of 10:01. USI's team consisted of senior Johnny Guy, junior Chase Broughton, sophomore Jesse Stanley, and freshman Darius Payne. Guy and Broughton also finished 5th and 9th respectively in the mile with NCAA Division II provisional times of 4:08 and 4:10 respectively. Juniors Josh Guy and Noah Lutz also posted provisional marks in the 5,000 meters with times of 14:27 and 14:38 respectively. On the women's side, sophomore Emily Roberts led the way with a third-place finish in the 5,000 meters, finished with the NCAA Division II provisional mark of 16 minutes and 40 seconds. Roberts was joined with a provisional mark by senior Jessica Reeves, who finished 9th in the 5,000 meters with a time of 17:18. While some were competing at the big meet, other members of the team were at the Tom Hathaway Distance Carnival. Freshman Davion Sullivan and junior Michael Hammonds also had strong weekends. Sullivan ran the second fastest 400-meter time in program history when he crossed the line in 51.14 seconds, while Hammonds was second in the weight throw and 9th in the shot put. As for the women's side, sophomore Jenna Martin led the Eagles, finishing first in the long jump with a season best mark of 17 feet and 6 inches. USI returns to action February 27th and 28th when it competes at the GOEC Indoor Championships in Somers, Wisconsin. It's almost officially baseball and softball season. Both USI teams will be in action this weekend with games at home scheduled for Friday to Sunday. The USI baseball team will begin its 2016 regular season at home on Friday at 2 when it starts a 3-game series against Midwest region rival Grand Valley State University at the USI baseball field. The other 2 games for those 3-game series are scheduled for 1 and noon on Saturday and Sunday. The 24th ranked USI softball team will begin its 2016 campaign by hosting Dominican University for a Saturday doubleheader at 1 at the USI softball field. As always, live stats will be available at GoUSIEagles.com. That's all for sports. When we come back, Remington Crowder will have your weather update right here on Access USI.
All right, so let's give you a quick update on how things have been going so far here in the month of February. Yesterday, a trace of snow out of the airport that came to be about 0.14 of an inch of rain out there to now. So for the month, we're up to about 3 inches. For the season, about just a little under 14 inches. I know it doesn't seem like we've had that much, but when it kind of comes all in one big blob at the same time, and kind of makes winter feel kind of short. We're about just a little bit above normal for the average temperature too for the month of February. So any good news is we're going to get a little bit warmer as we head into the weekend. 42 the high today out of Evansville Regional. 60s as you can see from Kansas City down to Springfield, Missouri, and that's going to be heading our way once we head into the weekend. Okay, here we are. Futurecast, basically high pressure. That's going to be in control over the next 48 hours. Really high pressure will move on in and bring us in some warmer weather. We will start to turn windy once we head into the day on Friday. You'll notice this cold front. This is just basically a dry cold front. It will come in, maybe knock in a few clouds, but nothing to be real concerned about. Temperatures as we head overnight tonight will drop down to the upper 20s. Day tomorrow pretty much will be a little bit warmer than we were today, up into the lower 50s. When you wake up on Friday morning, you'll kind of notice temperatures will be a little bit warmer than too as well. Those winds will start moving out of the south. We head into Friday afternoon, just time for baseball season to start here at USI. Hey, look at that. 60s basically just almost all over the entire board. May not surprise me if we hit a few 70s out there too as well, but not here in the tri-state. Okay, we head into the weekend basically. Hey, we're going to be clear once again. Sunday morning, if we head into Sunday, I think that's going to be the only real problem. Probably Sunday morning. After that, we'll be pretty much drying out then for the rest of the day here too. Now, Monday, watching a little bit of disturbance towards our south. That will move up into the area on Tuesday, bring us really our next good chance of rain then too as well. You'll kind of notice the freezing line that's going to be kind of bouncing back and forth over the next week, pretty much for the rest of the extended forecast here too as well. Nothing to be real concerned about at all. I don't think we're going to see anything real major from that at all. Okay. Overnight tonight, partly cloudy, low 28. Day tomorrow will be partly sunny and breezy, high of 50. The next 7 days, as I mentioned, warmer weather will be moving into our as I mentioned, warmer weather moving into the area. 65 for the day on Saturday. As I mentioned, rain chances come back in for Sunday. Again, that will be mainly early in the day. Be back up into the 60s then too as well. Afterwards, and then we kind of start falling back down. 50 on Monday. We'll be back down to 41 when we head into Wednesday.
Welcome back. Evansville Startup Weekend begins this Friday. Startup Weekend is an annual event designed for entrepreneurs to come together and pitch new and exciting ideas. Access USI caught up with one of the Startup Weekend's facilitators and original organizers, Dana Nelson, to learn more about her role in this annual event.
I just want to encourage anybody who's ever even had an inkling of starting a business, who has ever had an idea that they've had messing around that, you know, I love this and it would be better if we could add this to it, or if somebody would make this. Why wait for someone to make something that you want? Come share your idea and let us help you make that idea a reality and maybe help you start a business.
Startup Weekend commences on Friday evening at 5:30 all the way until Sunday night at 9 in the Business and Engineering Center. Cost for attendees for USI students, is $25. Tickets can be purchased online and a detailed schedule can be found by going to startupweekend.org. Students in grades K through 12 will get a chance to show their scientific prowess in the Tri-State Science and Engineering Fair on March 12th and 13th. The event will take place in the Rec Center and will be open to the public on the Friday from 9 to 4. Director Allison Grabert says that the fair is a great way for younger students to get acquainted with USI and get them interested in science.
By far my favorite part about the event is getting to see the students interacting with our area's STEM business and industry folks, and also to get them onto campus and see them get to know USI as their home school, so that eventually we can see their excitement as they progress through their K through 12 education and hopefully matriculate to USI. So it's always nice to see familiar faces from science fairs past here on campus as students.
West Side moviegoers will be seeing changes to Stadium 16 soon. It was announced yesterday that the AMC Theater on Pearl Drive has planned an extensive renovation, which will include both reclining seats in all theaters, as well as upgrades to their concession stands. One of the new features will allow patrons to order from a full-service bar, which has many locals saying that this venue's way of competing with Showplace Eats Royal Suite. AMC hopes to start on the project soon, but an official date has not been set. Management at the theater says despite renovations taking place, they plan to remain open. And Tropicana Evansville's fate is about to be in the hands of the state of Indiana. Next Wednesday afternoon, the Indiana Gaming Commission will meet in Indianapolis for their quarterly meeting. At the meeting, the commission will need to approve Tropicana's revised lease with the city of Evansville and Tropicana's request from Riverboat Gaming to land-based gaming. Sources tell Access USI that the Gaming Commission will approve both. Tropicana is planning to build a new $50 million land-based facility that would sit between the Tropicana and La Marigo hotels on Riverside Drive. Construction would start in April and be finished by the end of 2017. And today is National Random Acts of Kindness Day. Did you guys do any random acts of kindness today?
I didn't. I didn't know it was that day. It was one of those things that just didn't happen to, I guess, present itself today.
Right. What about you, Remy?
Does giving you 60-degree weather this weekend count?
Yeah, it really does.
Sure.
That's great.
Because you can
Thank
control
you.
that?
How do I drop the mic on this thing? Hold on.
No, oh my gosh. I try to be a nice person every day, so I don't know.
It doesn't work.
I didn't even know this was a national holiday.
About 10 minutes before this newscast starts, you should see her trying to pull her hair out.
Okay. Shots fired on camera. Well, that's all we have tonight for Access USI. Join us next week, same time, same place. I'm Madeline Kriz.
I'm Jordan Fisher.
And I'm Remington Crowder.
Have a wonderful evening.